Hi, I'm Draken, and this is the DrakenGameWerks, and we are back for another episode of Satisfactory. Today we're going to have a look at basically steel production and probably logistics. I think we're going to try to aim to get logistics up and running, but to do that I say logistics get up and running, I want to build a new storage area. And, sorry, just following this lovely flying ray. I do think they look beautiful. Sorry, sidetracked for a minute. I want to build a new storage area, but to build the storage area, I'm going to need the double size storage containers, which are available on tier 4. Now, they are available for us to pick up at the moment. However, to do so, that level, that tier needs to be using steel in order to unlock that particular element. So we need to unlock the steel production first to be able to do that. Now, we might be able to unlock that bit once we've got steel production done by manually making the steel to begin with. I don't want to make a steel production facility just yet until we've got the storage facility built. So we're kind of sort of doing it in a backwards sort of way. We'll see how successful we are with it though. So the first step, as you can see, is we've picked up the milestone for steel production. So we've got to go and find all the resources for this, and if you remember rightly, we've got some of this sort of set up. We kind of have a sort of temporary storage facility over here where we've been sort of extracting... not extracting, but building rotors and steel plates. We're going to need to get some modular frames and everything else. And actually, while we're here, we've got a space elevator. We might as well just check to see how we're doing on loading that one up. Oh, look at this. Not doing too bad. 367 of the smart plating already in. So that's pretty good, actually. So we're getting closer towards completing the 500 needed there. So we've been leaving this running for quite a while we've been doing all our coal production, and it's come out quite nicely. But we need 150 rotors, so let's get those. And then we need, oh, there's a loud car going past. I do apologise there in the background. We get this quite a lot down here where I'm living at the moment. People seem to like their noisy cars around here. But yeah, there we are. So that's the 150 there. But we're also going to need 1,000 copper wire. We're going to need 300 concrete. And we're going to need 50 of those modular frames. I've got to remember what's used in modular frames. I think it might be just the steel tubing and some screws, but we will just double check that a second back over here. And let's have a modular frame. No, it's the reinforced iron plates and iron rods, and that turns around and makes that. So we're going to build 50 of those, and we also need 1,000 of the copper wire. So we'll sort that out now. Okay, so that should be the total amount that we need to be sending up. So if we pop these all into the hab here, concrete and the modular frames. There we are. That should launch us off. There we go, and we'll get a nice little bit of spiel about the steel.
Steel production unlocked. Foundry grants access to new, simple steel parts. An additional project part can now be constructed. Progress to the next phase is now possible.
I love how the rocket just nearly flew through that swarm of flying creatures. Off he goes. Right, okay, so we've unlocked the actual thing there, so we should be able to go into, try to remember which one it is. There it is. It's been a couple of days since I last played. Right, we should have steel production now available. Trying to see what's... So the foundry's been unlocked, so that's going to be key for us to actually be able to make our steel, so we're going to need some of these. And then once we've got steel alloys, because I don't think we can make it in here. Oh no, we can. We can make the steel ingot directly without needing the foundry to do it. So we could turn around and make it ourselves, and then we can go in and make steel ourselves directly by hand. Obviously, we don't want to be doing that forever, but if we look at our milestones for tier 4, but now tier 3 is completely unlocked. Logistics level mark 3 here. We're going to need 100 tubes and 200 of the steel beams. We should be able to do that. I think we can do that by hand, and that will get us nice and sorted. Let's have a look. What we're going to need: steel beams. Yeah, we need 4 ingots to make one of those beams, so we're going to need about 800 ingots. That's going to be quite a bit by hand, actually. And we're going to need 3 steel ingots for every 2 of these as well. So that's not going to be so bad. That's going to be 150 steel ingots. So we're going to need a few steel ingots, and to build steel ingots, we need to actually combine 2 ores. So we need to combine iron and coal, which we already have a coal production plant, but we're going to need to go and get some more. I've got 8 there, so probably best to go and mine that all up by hand, actually. Yeah, it's going to take a while. I will be back right away. We're going to go and get some coal, because I think We could pull it out of the production queue for the power plants, but it's going to run the power plants down, and we don't want to do that. We want our power plants to maintain where they are. So let's go back to those coal power plants. We're just going to dig it up by hand. I think that's going to be the easiest way for now. Okay, so that took a while to try and get all those resources. Remind me next time I say I'm going to do this all by hand, not to do it by hand. But I got it all. I managed to get it all. So let's go and launch it up now. So we're getting 200 of them, 100 of them, and 200 of those. I should have another 300 around somewhere. Let's have a look. There they are. I'll do this 500 there, so we can just chuck those into the thing there. There we are. That brings our button up. And so now we have actually unlocked the logistics. And with the unlocking of logistics
can be improved
as they just said,
larger storage container and enhanced conveyor belt efficiency.
There, yes, we have now the larger containers, and with the larger containers we can go and build ourselves a nice storage area that we can funnel everything into, and that way we got an easy place to go and get access to and everything else. But the question is going to be, where are we going to build it to? So you see those woods up there? Yeah, they I think are going to have to go. I think that's where we're going to build our storage facility. Our brand new storage facility is going to sit on top of there. We're going to build it quite nice and central, and that's going to be our location for it. Not sure if it's going to be the wisest idea to put it up there or not. But we can run the conveyor belts up, and I think hopefully this should be make it quite a nice facility. But that means we're going to have to clear out all of the vegetation, and thus we have cleared the top. It took me about a good half hour running around with the chainsaw, but we cleared all the top out. That's going to be ready for us now to go and start building our new storage area. Okay, and now we have cleared the area out. This is what we have built. You can see this platform up here, and I love the new pillars. We picked these up using the coupons from the resource sink. So we gained about 11 coupons, and I got myself a few extra bits and pieces unlocked. One of which was the big solid pillars that you've got going up the side there, and the other one is, as you can see, sort of creeping around the corner here, is we have the walkways unlocked as well. And kind of trying to little bits of experiment of how we can sort of set these up. I wanted this sort of raised platform area that we were going to raise up the storage facility, and this is going to become like our main central facility up here. If we come up the steps up here, I love this. I mean, nighttime is brilliant, but I need to get some lights up here as well. And probably going to need to unlock from the resource sink railing as well, because we could do some railings around the edges here. But if we run up to the top here, actually run rather than just take a healthy walk along here, we can see we can get up to here. We've got ourselves a nice big platform here from which we can build all our storage facility. And if we look down here, we've got a nice ramp that comes down here. I'm going to probably have to build a bit of a road coming off here somewhere and going off to other locations. So we probably won't keep it just like it is at the moment, but this will do for now. But I think the next step is going to be building some storage bins. Now the things I want to build on the storage bins, they are going to be the double ones. If we go into here, and you can see we have unlocked these ones. These are like double size. Far better than the smaller ones that you see down at the bottom there. The only problem with it is they use a lot of steel beams and steel piping, and we don't have actually a facility for producing those yet. We have to produce those by hand. So that's going to be something that we need to be working on soon as well. But I want to try and get this at least started. So I'm going to try and work out a list of everything we need to begin with. Obviously, there's going to be more needed later on as well. So we'll probably expand this facility at some point. But we will need to start off with the things that we need initially. So like the ones we already have being produced down in our little factory floor over here. But also have a look at some other stuff as well that we could be producing, like steel and everything else like that we want to be doing in the next steps. We'll get those built up, and we'll get some bins in place there. So we're going to probably have to build the steel by hand for now. But then we will progress from here into actually producing this properly. So I have come to the realization that I'm going to need more coal. I'm going to need the coal anyway for steel production, but I am going to need the coal as well if I want to get the amount that I need. You can see on the screen there, I've worked it out that for all the items that I think we're going to need, I'm going to need about 28 containers. It's actually 14 different items, but I want to use double the amount of containers, so therefore that means we're going to need an awful lot of materials, and it works out that I'm going to need about 3,080 steel ingots in order to build what we want to build. But to do that, we are going to need 3,000 coal and 3,000 iron ore, and that's a lot to craft by hand. I don't want to do a full-on steel production facility just yet, but we might want to build something a little bit, sort of being able to build it up a little bit for the time being. and running it from the current coal node we got there, that's currently doing all our power needs, so that's not going to be sufficient. So we're going to need to go and find another coal node for the time being that we can run our steel production from. So that's why we're building this bridge that's sort of coming out all the way across here. Nearly fell off there. You can see it's a longer bridge than before, and we're hopefully connecting over there. I'm trying to work out where this other coal node is. It was about the same sort of distance the other one was, but it was sort of off to a slightly different location. And you can see it there, it's about 500 meters that direction. We got another one that's popped up over there at 652, and another one over there is 896, but this is the one we want to aim for, and I got no idea where it is. I'm hoping we can avoid that poison field over there as well, so that's hopefully something we can do. I'm going to try and sort of tuck down there, bring the bridge in over this side here, sort of coming across the valley, and then we'll probably sort of be able to drive our vehicles down into there. Obviously we'll have to be careful with our vehicles if we bring them across here, but I think we should connect in quite nicely, and then hopefully try and find where this coal node is and connect up to it. Oh, 200 meters away, and it's got to be near here somewhere. Oh yeah, I can see them there. There's 2 nodes there. That's what we're looking for. So the other one had only 1 node, but there are 2 down there, but they're down in that valley, and then I bet you there's going to be creatures down there guarding it, as well as it being down in that valley. We're going to have to find a way to bridge down here, so I think we're going to have to build some sort of ramp coming off here. It is quite a distance down, but we'll try and build something that we can bring a car down, bring the tractors down, and we should connect up, and I'll probably build a little bit of a mining facility down here. Kind of recognize this place. I think I came here before on a previous game that I played, and I think I built something over in this area, and in fact, oh, I can see bad guys right off the bat there, actually just lurking around in the background there, so we want to stick around in this place for too long. They are going to come for us in a minute if we're not careful. Let's not get involved with them. I try to remember how we can, I used to do this before, how we could sort of come along to the sides, and I'm just looking at those sort of bad guys coming along, hoping that they're not going to get too close. Oh, little bird there, it made me jump. They're over in the distance there, so that's okay. As long as they stay out there. I think there might be some iron nodes around here as well, which would be really handy, because we can mix the iron with the coal. In fact, actually, yeah, literally loads around us. Now that one there we can't remove without TNT, but we can get to the other ones. So we can actually start tapping into some of those. I don't think I can get off here safely yet, so there is a trick. Okay, so we can't get off here safely, but there is a trick to doing this, and it's kind of like this. So we build a platform off the side here, and we need to sort of temporarily build ourselves a platform where we can reach to the front here. So now we can get to this side, we can now put that one there. This is how we sort of build downwards. And then we can put one there. I'm going to need to get rid of that tree that's in the way, but we can do that in a minute, and then we can pop that one into there. And if we come along to here, we can chuck that one on the front there. And then we can just basically go, right, that one, this one. Careful not to activate it while we're on it. I'm using just control here to select multiple. And we can get rid of all of those. That gives us that back. And then I want this, because I want to be able to... I can't get to the tree. Can't cut the tree off yet. I'm going to have to get a bit lower for cutting the tree off. So we're going to have to try and do this through the tree. But there is method to the madness. So let's do exactly the same. We repeat the same thing. We build ourselves a little bit of a sort of side platform here. That looks like... Are they new? Have they put those ones in there? Were they not there before? The poison ones? And we got some enemy creatures there as well, just to make our day even better. And there's some at the top and there's some at the bottom. But we are determined. We do need to get this coal, so they are, as far as I'm aware, in the way of our progress. So we're going to have to get rid of them. Let's see if we can get back to our car, which is parked a mile away. Being very careful, because there are a lot of entities around here, like you. You're okay, but there are others. We're probably not very keen on us being around here, so we need to remember the route that we took to get down here, which I think is around here, wasn't it? I remember rightly. I need some sort of indicator that we need to build here. Let's have a look, see what we've got. Organisation, lookout tower. Yeah. Build a lookout tower. That's our indicator that that's where we're supposed to be going. It's up that way. Cool. Well, this is actually a flight path for those creatures, so I don't know if it actually is going to get in the way here. We'll have to have a look at this bridge at a later point. But let's get back to our vehicle. Let's get the resources for 2 miners, I think. Crossing these bridges when they're this narrow and this bumpy in a tractor is not fun. Because one bad slip, if you're going too fast, and you'll be just off the edge of the bridge. I should either build walls on either side or extend it slightly. It just... trying to get this to the point where it's just ready for it at the moment. Okay, we are nearly at the end. Right, okay, we've brought our tractor over. Is that staying still? Good. You can stay there for a second. I want to come down and build our mining facilities here. And tap out from there. Great. So we can now bring our coal all the way up to here. We have a facility that will bring it all up. I'm not so sure about how precarious that is on the side there. I actually might want to change that slightly. And just maybe put a normal bowl. Just keeping an eye out for monsters. There we go. That will quite happily bring our coal all the way up. So we now have a conveyor belt that's going to bring coal up to this area. Now I also know I need another mining facility over this side. So what do we need? Production, we need a miner. I've already got the Mark 1s, it'd be nice to get the Mark 2s up and running. But this is going to produce iron. That's going to upset those guys over there, but we'll try not to think about that too much. I'm going to build, I think, over here somewhere, just like a little facility, not major. We're just going to build ourselves a few foundations. If we build something like this, that. I'm just going to build ourselves a small little platform. And then we have this little base up here that is now just sort of raised up above here. We've got coal coming over from there. We've got a little mining facility off the side there that'll bring the thing up. And this means we can actually put in production here some foundries. Probably build 2 of these just to begin with. We'll see how much they produce in the output. I'm thinking we'll probably want to put them this way round for now. This is just a temporary facility. It's just to get us enough steel going. Maybe we'll build 3. I haven't got enough modular frames for it. Okay, fair enough. Right, okay, we'll start with 2, then we'll see how it goes. For a steel ingot, takes 45 ore per minute and 45 coal. So yeah, we could probably do with 2 of these, and they'll probably do the trick. We need to run some wires over here. That's what we need to do. Tell you what, I'm not a keen fan of this. Okay, so I'm not comfortable with that bridge, so I'm going to widen it, and it should be a bit easier to drive across with our vehicle without it bouncing around too much and sort of nearly tossing us off the side of the bridge, which is not what we want to happen at all. So we're going to try and build this correctly, I think, if we're not putting things in the wrong place. But we're going to just basically widen it out a little bit, just so it makes it easier to drive across. Interesting bug. Doesn't want to show us the ore. If you look that way, there's ore. Look that way, there's no ore. No ore, ore. No ore, ore. Odd bug. Okay, right, let's have a look. And of course, we're going to need power, and I think to power up 2 mining facilities plus just 3 foundries, I don't think it's going to put too much of a drain upon our coal resources, so we're going to tap off these lines here, and I think we'll build a nice new line coming over from this power line here, connecting over here. I also need to actually expand this. Let's just make sure we're not driving off the edge. Thank you. Not repeat what we've done before. And that's just about in the right location as well to not interfere with his flight path. He can just about fly over there, so that's good news as well. Let's just finish expanding this bridge. That makes life a little easier when driving backwards and forwards. And then what I want to do is create a power pole, maybe say about here. And then we want to connect just through there. There's one, and we should be able to connect it to this one. And I think we should be able to connect that one further down there. So we'll go and get our tractor, and we'll just bring this power line all the way over to the other side there. Right. Did not expect that to happen. I'm charging up onto my base. How dare he? How dare he? But it's only because he saw me come up here, so okay. Well, this is Cataram. This is not iron. I have made a big mistake. The ore that I have collected from here, this is not an iron node. Oops. This is actually a Cataram node. I was not expecting that. So we are mining Cataram, which is actually a useful material that we need to do some research on. But that's not what we're actually after. We need an iron node. I thought that was an iron node. So let's find our nearest iron node. Well, it says there's one over there and there's one over there. 154. We're going to have to go and find that. Because this is actually no good for us. Like, oops. I mean, nice, but not what we're after. We're going to need TNT. And I know I got some sulfur, so I can imagine we might be able to do some research. And the Cataram. We're going to need iron. We're going to need more iron. In the meantime, let's load up the coal, because we've got this all wrong. So I was thinking this was an iron node. It's not. It's a Cataram node, which useful, but not quite what we were after at the moment. We needed iron. The other iron node next to it currently has a rock on top of it, which we need to have some method of blasting to be able to actually activate it. So let's finish powering these up, and then we'll work out what we're going to do about that. So let's have a look. We bring this power line over to here. We could bring one line off to here that's just basically going to connect up these three. Thank you. And then this one is going to connect, should we say, to here? Will it connect there? It will. Will it connect further down? It almost will. It'll connect to there. That's good. That's good enough for me. Right, that should now power up the coal node. We should start seeing coal coming up the line. We don't actually need to go all the way down here. We've got this big ramp going down here. We don't need to actually go down here. I hope it's powering it up. Yes, I can see coal coming up the line. Good, good, good. So we now got coal arriving. Our issue is going to be now getting access to iron. And I want to get iron on that one. And I've just realised we're missing a support at the bottom of this pillar here. Sort of floating in midair. We're probably missing one on that one over there as well, actually, thinking about it when we built these. Oh, no, it doesn't matter, because it's underground anyway. Okay, cool. Let's go and see if we can research, because we got some sulfur, we got some Cataram. We might be able to research some TNT just to blow that one open. And that would be nice. If we can just blow that one up, we can then just access that for our iron node. Oh, not enough sulfur. If we add some coal and thing, we can research black powder. Okay, so we've gone to our man, we've researched on the sulfur that we picked up before. We picked up a small quantity of sulfur elsewhere that we picked up in the field, but what we really need is a good sulfur mine, so we're going to need to research that. So apparently we now have this added to the resource scanner, so if we look at this, yeah, look at that, sulfur. Where's our nearest sulfur? Apparently miles away. 700, oh, it's all the way over there. That's actually near to our other base. I wonder if there's some near back over there. Okay, we can have a look at that. But we also got the Cataram. I wonder if we can do the research yet on the Cataram. Yeah, we can. We can actually research that. And that's going to start opening up some extra properties for us. What's the next bit? Cataram ingot. Oh, we can research that. So let's do that one. That's good. And now we can do quick wire. Ah, we can't afford it at the moment. We need some ingots, but we could probably make those. And that's also going to get to inflated pocket dimensions. And we've got some research nodes here that are still locked. I actually can't remember what's at the end of each of these research nodes, so that's going to take some time to get to there. Can't afford that at the moment. Just have a look, see if there's anything else we can afford on the nodes. Nothing as yet, but it's looking good. Looking good. We need to get some more sulfur. That's the main primary bit. Oh, can we put... No, we can't do that. Can't afford that either. Right, okay. Just having a check and seeing what we can afford. I think we're going to go on a hunt for sulfur. We need a lot more sulfur. Trouble with the resource scanners, it doesn't really tell you whether it's up or down. Just that it's somewhere ahead over there. It's on the edge. It's either up there or on the bottom. I think I know how to get to the bottom there. I've worked it out, but I didn't need to come all the way up here. It's I think there's actually a route down the bottom here if we go the other way around. It's just excuse me, big cattleman, and let's not lose control of the tractor. Learning how to slide in a tractor. Oops, sorry, creature, nearly ran you over. Think I might have clipped you back. Sorry. Right, okay, let's come around here. I'm a bit worried because I think there might be a few mobs down here as well that we've got to be careful of, but we'll find out as we scoot around here. He's alright, he's not a bad guy, but you are in our way. But those are bad guys. Who are ignoring us because we're in a tractor and they know they can't take us on. Okay, interesting. But if we come down here, it was down towards this direction. I actually don't think you can kill the creatures by running them over, but I kind of want to be able to. There's a lot of creatures down here. But I think the sulfur was sort of marking out down here somewhere, and I can't see, so maybe it's up the top, which is going to be annoying. I need more sulfur. We're going to have to deal with these entities. There's lots of mobs down here, and I'm going to end up getting swamped if I'm not careful. I need to be able to step off, take a scan. Let's see if this works. Step off, scan, drive. 109 meters. It's got to be at the top, isn't it? It's at the top. That's a shame. We're going to have to go the other way around. Okay, let's see if we can get up there. Let's see if this is a route up. Don't run over. Oh, I just didn't want to run over the berries, but never mind. Trying to avoid running over berries. We want those. Okay, let's head on up. Go on, tractor. You can do it. You can do it. Just looking for those sulfur deposits. Oh, hang on. What we getting damaged from? Poison. But oh, the whole area is poison. We've just lost the tractor. Oh. No, that's a problem. Now our tractor is stuck in a poison field. Oh, great. How am I going to get that back?